come by trainsmartworldwide.com. We've been doing a little series on kettlebells. Got my nifty kettlebells right here. And so this is the third video in our series of kettlebells. It's going to be the final one that I do for this. We started off last week with some 3 basic movements and exercises that you definitely want to get down and really feel comfortable with in order to prep yourself for using kettlebells the proper way. Then we went into the video at the end of last week. We did an alternating arm swing, we did a windmill, and we went into the clean and press. So I'm going to show you, there's a million more exercises that you could possibly do with these things. It's really unlimited, but I'm just going to show you 3 more great exercises today, and you can start putting some things together and having a really great kettlebell workout. So the 3 that I'm going to show you today are the high pull, the suitcase deadlift, and the front squat. So to start off, I'm going to grab my heavy one to start because we're going to use 1 bell and 2 hands. It's going to be the high pull. So again, we're going to be using something that's heavier than what we would traditionally do a high pull with or an upright row because the fact that we're going to be using our hips and our glutes, our whole core action going on. So I'm going to choose something a little bit heavier, and you could do this with 2 kettlebells as well. I personally don't have 2 the same size at home right now, but if you have access to 2 that are the same size at your gym, or you happen to have 2 the same size at your house, you can also do this with 1 in each hand. Definitely doable. So we're going to go back to that basic movement that we started with. Remember, we always line ourselves up with the bell at our heels with our butt down and our weight in our heels. So the bell should be lined up right with your heels, and then what we're going to do is we're going to drive up with the hips and pull up to our chest. So again, I'm getting that drive from my hips. I'm pulling it right up to my chest. My torso is upright. I'm sitting right back into those heels every single time to get that booty working. I'm going to show you from the side. So again, line it up with my heels and then drive with the hips and pull upright. Great exercise. Again, it works your whole entire body. You got your core, your legs, you're getting great shoulder workout and into your arms. So it's one of those things that's going to get your heart rate going too because you're working so much of your body. The suitcase deadlift is great because it's a unilateral type of a thing. So you're going to be working one side of your body, and the other one you're going to have to kind of compensate. So you'll feel sometimes where you're less stronger on one side than the other, and you're going to get a lot of oblique action going on too. So we're going to grab our heavy bell, and basically feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to do our deadlift, traditional deadlift, so we will bend our knees, and we drop our chest down, weight in the heels, right, and stand up. So again, we're hinging at that hip, bending those knees. So we're not sitting straight down, right? It's not a squat. It is a deadlift. I'm getting a lot of lower back and oblique action going on to balance it out. So from the side, you've got feet shoulder width apart. Again, you're hinging at that hip and sitting back in those heels, right? So we drop down and drive up. Drop down, drive up. So with the traditional deadlift, a lot of times what people don't realize, everybody thinks that you do a deadlift like a Romanian deadlift. That's the one that people are most familiar with. And they do that stiff-legged and they drop their chest all the way. That's a Romanian deadlift. Traditional deadlifts, you will bend your knees and you do keep your torso a little bit more upright, but you're still loading that whole posterior side versus the front part of your quads and stuff when you do your squat, and you keep your torso more upright. Just a little to let you know. So the last exercise that we're going to do is a front squat. So again, I'm going to take my heavy bell, and I'm going to take a hold of the horns, right? So it's the top part of the bell. You should be able to wiggle your fingers, and you have to keep those elbows tucked in nice and tight. Now make sure that your shoulders aren't shrugged up here, that you're relaxed and you're tall and you're tight. So you're holding it right here, front squat, and I just drop down. Great place to go is if you can, drop those elbows right into your knees and drive up. Again, so don't let your chest tip forward. Keep this as part of your body, although you should be able to move your arms away. Drop down, drive up. All in the hips and the glutes. And a little bit of quad action going on too. So those are your last 3 exercises that we're doing in the series. You have the high pull, you have the suitcase deadlift, and you have the front squat. So really great 3 exercises to work the whole entire body. You can couple them together, do a few rounds of those, get your heart rate going, get all your muscles worked, and you only have to use 1 piece of equipment. How awesome is that? So I'd love to hear your feedback on our forum, see what you think, and thanks for stopping by trainingsmartworldwide.com. Next week, we're going to be talking all about food, getting ready for the 4th of July.